Hey guys, good morning. Jen here. Okay, today I wanted to quick hop on and talk about 5 of my favorite tips to be aware of and conscious of as it relates to your self-care routine and the impact on that of confidence. So, self-care as it relates to how it impacts your confidence level. And there are so many more things that I could mention. But coming off of a day of having 3 hours at the spa, these are my top 5. So, number 1, guys, what foods are you putting in your body? I can tell you when I started tracking what foods were going in, how they were impacting me, how it impacts my anxiety, and I don't want to own that, how it impacts anxiety for me, how it impacts my confidence level, and even the next day, game changer. And I'll tell you what, there could be some seemingly healthy foods that impact anxiety for you. For me, even healthier options of sugar, like a Lily's chocolate that has, I don't know, one of the more natural type of sugars in it, can impact how I feel the next day or anxiousness for me. So, what foods are you eating? Um, Keep track. I have a food tracker. I'm happy to send it along to anyone who wants it. And it's as simple as tracking what you had and over the next couple hours how it impacted you. But also, I find that tracking how you feel the next day and monitoring that is also a really good tool to use. And it was interesting to me. I've notoriously been a tap water drinker. You guys, game changer. Once I switched that, I was blown away by how much it impacted my overall, not just physiology, but just how I feel with a true, healthy, fresh glass of water. So, okay, food, track how it impacts your energy, and start tracking, really recognize how it impacts your confidence level and your anxiety level. Next, movement. Now, I know that we all hear this: move more, eat less, eat healthy, whatever. Guys, from a confidence level, and if you're working to build your confidence, the simple art of moving more sporadically throughout your day, especially if you have a desk job, or getting more frequent walks in. I recently read an article that spoke to the impact of dancing more and how dancing can even help the neural pathways and brain health and whole, but also just gaining confidence and movement. So dance, move more, or walk or run, whatever movement is going to feel most right and authentic for you. Number 3 for me for self-care, guys, my brain tends to be always on. I'm always thinking of, okay, if I'm doing this, I know this is next. And of course, being present is important. Meditation, gratitude practices, yes. And also, if of course while you're doing those, but if you struggle with meditation or just shutting things off, do something else that can set your brain free. Maybe just color or draw something. Who cares how it comes out? There's those great apps now as well, things like Lumosity, which is one of my personal favorites, that not only is great for your brain, but also just can help you center and let your brain free for a while from the thinking you're doing. Focus on this other thing. Nature, guys, nature, there are so many healing benefits to nature for all of us as it relates to healthcare. Self-care, I can tell you, for me at least, when I have days that I wake up that I'm feeling a little less than good, maybe overly fatigued. I have no thyroid after recovering from thyroid cancer, and there are days that can just hit me out of the blue, and maybe nothing's tied to it, but it's just part of the hormonal pieces that come from that. And the simple art of changing my workout routine and going for a 45-minute walk as opposed to being in the gym or just getting out in nature and whole is so healing for self-care. And maybe at some point I'll do another follow-up video on that and what actually the benefits are. And then number 5 for self-care, building your confidence, expressing yourself. Guys, the simple art of saying, this is on my heart, this is on my mind right now, by leaving it inside, for me at least, I know when I leave it in there and not say anything and kind of shove it down, that's when I have a back end of anxiety and anxiousness and other things that come up that I don't want. But when I take a step back and then express what I'm feeling or saying, even if it has to come back end of, okay, this might come out messy, but I'm saying it anyway. Number one, dang, that's a confidence builder. Just being able to authentically use your voice and say, here's what I'm feeling in this moment. Is this what you meant by this? If it's in a conversation or something similar. And saying how you think and feel, guys, that's great self-care. And I know maybe you haven't tied that as self-care in the past, but that simple self-care of keeping your mind healthy and being open to expressing yourself and your thoughts is true healthcare for mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So those are 5. And again, there's so many more, but those are 5 of my self-care tips for confidence. If you'd like more, definitely shoot me a comment. I'd love to hear what you love to do in this area. And I will see you again soon. Bye, guys.